Today we'll be looking at some pronouns that help us do a number of things. They help us point things out. If you have two different items, they can tell us, say, this one or that one. And they have a couple of other functions. So let's just dive right in. We're actually going to start down here with the different forms of this word. And this word I'm talking about is celui. Celui is the masculine singular form. The masculine plural is ce. As for feminine, the feminine singular is celle, and the feminine plural, just add an S, celle. Now remember, this is a pronoun, meaning it's replacing a noun. So you don't put it before the noun you're talking about, you use it instead of that word. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Pause for a minute and think about the difference in English between the words this and that. If you had to explain to a non-English speaker the difference between this and that, what would you say? They're basically the same thing. We just use them to indicate one thing or another. Do you like this jacket or that jacket? Should we go to this restaurant or that restaurant? And we often put this before that, though there's not really any reason for that. In French, we don't really have words for this and that, or this one and that one. So what we do is to point things out, we take the forms of celui, and afterwards we do hyphen, and then ci or là, celui-ci or celui-là. Celui-ci means this one. Celui-là, that one. And again, instead of celui, you could use celle, celle-ci, celle-là, ce, ceci, cela, or celle plural, celle-ci, celle-là. Here's an example. Quelle chemise préfères-tu? Celle-ci ou celle-là? Which shirt do you prefer? This one or that one? Chemise is feminine singular, so I use celle-ci or celle-là, this one or that one. Next, the one that, ... If you have the one that plus a verb, the one that works, the one that makes sense, the one that costs less. So the one that plus a verb. We use celui qui, and then the verb. Exemple, je vais acheter celle qui coûte moins, the one that costs less. So again, qui is followed directly by the verb. If you have the one that plus a subject and verb, like down here in Greece, if you're familiar with that musical, the one that I want is celui que je veux, or tu es celle pardon, que je veux, the one that I want. So, exemple, je vais acheter celle que tu recommandes. So the one that plus a verb is celui qui, celui qui. The one that plus a subject and verb, celui que, subject and verb. Lastly, the one of is celui de, and then plus the owner. This sounds funny in English, like to say that bag is Bob's. It would sound funny to say that bag is the bag of Bob, or the one of Bob, right? But that's how we do it in French. Tu reconnais ce sac? Oui, c'est celui de Pierre. Do you recognize this bag? Yes, it is literally the one of Pierre. Whereas we would most likely say, yes, it's Pierre's. Period. Right? It's Pierre's. It's Bob's. It's the school's. It's my sister's. The one of, and then the owner. So these are three uses of the pronouns celui, celle, ce, and celle. Remember to match the noun you're talking about to the gender and number of the pronoun.